everybody. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Welcome, 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 y'all. It is Sunday night master class. So, guys, take a moment or two and share. Let's go in the chat and say, I'm on. Let's tap in for master class. Let's get our people plugged in and connected. Let's get our people plugged in and connected. We are going to get started shortly. How's everybody feeling today? I want you to drop in the chat what you are grateful for. Drop in chat what you are grateful for. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's get our people plugged in. Let's send out some reminders. And when I tell you today was amazing, I literally just walked back in the door. I just walked in the door from an amazing Sunday fun day. Carmen says she is grateful for community. I am with you on that, sister. What else are you guys grateful for? Drop it in the chat. We're going to get started in about 1 minute. Let's give everyone a chance to plug in. Send out some reminders, guys, to your team members. Let's get them plugged in and connected. Let's get them plugged in and connected. Tonight is going to be pretty amazing. Telling you now. Tonight's going to be pretty amazing. So make sure that you plug your people in. Continue to drop in the chat what you are grateful for. Life in this community. I love it. I'm about to take a swig of my tropical punch. Love it, love it, love it. We are going to start shortly. Today's Taste and Talk. Listen, today was definitely a movie. I will say that for sure. Magical, yes. Yes, yes, yes. So we're going to get started in about 30 seconds. I want to give everyone time to jump on. So guys, let's make sure we jump in the Telegram chat and say I'm on. Let me go ahead and make sure I'm sending out some reminders too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So guys, let's jump right into tonight's conversation. I want to first and foremost welcome you. If you guys have new team members, make sure that you share with them, make sure you get them plugged in. Every Sunday, we do a master class. We do a specified training on a certain topic. But before we get into the training, before we bring on our guests, I want to talk about today. Today was Atlanta's Taste and Talk. And I know Coach Nathalie is going to touch on this in her part of the training. The simplicity of what we did was amazing. The community, the connection, the people that came out, guys. If you're not doing taste and talks in your city, you don't listen. I'm telling you now, you don't have to wait on a big leader to come. You don't have to wait. You can literally recreate the energy in your city. There's a lot of people that flew in, that drove in, that came in from all different parts of the US to be a part of this taste and talk. And one thing that everybody talked about is how much they love community. How much they love community. And one thing that was shared today was you be the community. You might live in an area where maybe you don't have a leader in your area. You become the community. You create the atmosphere and the space, whether it's doing something at a park or doing something, getting a few friends together for a brunch where you're sampling the products and connecting and networking. Guys, we don't have to make this thing hard. We don't have to make this thing too intense. This is a great opportunity because the real goal, y'all, is for it to be multiple taste and talks happening in multiple cities at the same time. Shout out to Isis and Mia. They took the opportunity of having the taste and talk this weekend and being there with us, but also they did a vending event the night before. They did a vending event yesterday. That's what it's all about, guys. This is a season for us to take massive action in our business. This is a season for us to talk to people, share with people, connect with people. This is the time, guys, that people are looking for something. They're looking for connection. They're looking for a solution. They're looking for options, and they're looking for freedom. And we have all of those things in this opportunity and in this business. Guys, we have 1 week left for free enrollment. Free enrollment ends on the 14th. So there's still time to invite people to be a part of this business. There's still time to let your customers know that they can invest in the product that they love and be in position to earn income for the next 30 days. I want you guys to think about that. November 14th is the last day for free enrollment. That means people will be in position to earn extra income the next 30 days. What does that mean? That means, guess what? We're giving people an opportunity to make extra income for the holidays. Christmas is right around the corner. This is the time people look for additional streams of income to make sure that they can give the gifts and do the things for their family that they truly desire. When I first started, I was talking to Mr. Laquail about this the other day. When I first started working at Macy's selling fragrance, I'm going to take you guys all the way back to 2003. I had just gotten out of college. I moved out. I graduated from college in 2001. I moved out, got my first apartment. I had a temp job. I had a corporate temp job. And I learned then corporate work was not for me. I was bored. I was tired of doing the same thing every day. Of course, I was good at what I did, but I knew that it wasn't for me. And when I was,
And
when you're
that wasn't fair because what am I supposed to do with that? I can't do nothing with that.
Thank you, Anthony. When I started, when I got my place, I knew corporate work was not for me. And in your 20s, you don't want to do anything that you don't like doing. You don't want to do anything that's not fun. And so I was looking for extra income. I need y'all to understand this. I was looking for extra income. I was working at the Salvation Army corporate office in Atlanta. I was doing administrative work and I was doing reception work. And I was making enough money to pay my bills, but that's all I was making was enough money to pay my bills. And I wanted extra money. So I said, okay, it was probably, I think October, November. And I was like, okay, this was the time I'm seeing all of these different places hiring for the holidays. So boom, Macy's was hiring for the holidays. I said, well, I get off work at 4:30. I'm not too far from the mall. If I start working there, their schedule's like from 6 to 9, 6 to 10. So I could go there after work a few days a week. I still would get home about 11:30. So I still could get up in the morning to go to. So in my mind, this was the answer: to go from one job in one location to commute to another job in another location because I wanted extra money. That was how my journey with Macy's started. And then after working there during the holidays, the holidays were over. They called me back to work part-time at a makeup counter, which is what initially I applied for. I worked in fragrance during the holidays. And I'm sharing this with you because just like I was someone that had a full-time job, but was looking for extra income, don't you think that I wish I knew about an opportunity that I could do from anywhere? I didn't have to physically be at a location to make that extra money. That would have saved me time. That would have saved me energy. It would have done so much, but I didn't know about it. And I'm saying that to you because this is the time people start looking for additional income. We all know what's going on in the world right now. People are nervous. There's not a lot of real certainty in different areas when it comes to working. And one thing I learned about being a part of this business is the only income that you can dictate is the income you create. We don't live in that era like some of us did 30, 40 years ago, where you could work somewhere and you knew that company was never going out of business, that company was never closing down. You know that if you got a job there, you could work there until you were 50 or 60 and you could retire and get that pension. We don't live in that era anymore. We don't live in that era anymore. People want to have now more control over their income possibilities. And so we have to make sure that we're doing our part to let people know about this business. I know without a shadow of a doubt, because I had never seen these products, I'd never heard of this company. So I knew that, hold on really quick. Okay. I knew that I lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry. But I'm just saying, we have to make sure that we let people, oh, I know. I knew that if Nathalie didn't call me to tell me about this company, I would have never heard of it. I had never seen the products. I had never heard of it before. A lot of times people, we see different things. So I'm so excited that I know about this opportunity. I'm so excited that we still have a week to let people know about this opportunity, because people are looking for options. And guess what we got? We got options and we got solutions. And so today was simply amazing. Thank you to everybody that came out. I'm going to move out of the way because I know that Coach Nathalie is going to share some amazing gems. She put together a phenomenal taste and talk demo that we were able to see and know that we can duplicate this in all of our cities. We can do this everywhere in the world, and we can do it all at the same time. So I'm going to move out of the way, y'all, and I'm going to bring on our amazing coach, my amazing coach, Nathalie Nicole. I know she is there. Are you ready, coach? Take it away.
Hey, you guys. So I am ready, but before I jump on, 'cause I know the energy is so high, let's go ahead and let some of our team members that traveled and flew everywhere and grab three of them on just how they're feeling today after our amazing tasting talk.
Yeah, so if you were there with us today and you want to share, unmute yourself or raise your Zoom hand. Let's hear from some of the ladies and gentlemen that were in the building today at the ATL Taste and Talk. Let me
Hey, Coach
see.
Laquail, can I chime in?
Hey, I know that's Mia's
Hey,
voice.
hey. For anybody that wasn't there, let me tell you something. I'm still high. I'm going to be high for a while. It was an amazing time. The energy was high. I only traveled from like 7 minutes away. I was 7 minutes away from the building. But honey, let me tell you, the energy was high. The venue was top tier. The stories were so inspiring. The community came out and showed out. It was just, it was definitely for the record books. And Coach Green asked me, what did I take away from today? And then I took away quite a few things, but the things that are most prominent in my mind are, number one, I can elevate. I can do this. These men and women are taking it to the top, and I can be a part of that number. That's number one. Number two, I get to.
Wait, Mia, we can't hear you. I think you muted yourself.
Okay. The second thing I took away was the fact that I can bring more people with me. There are more people that need to know about this company, more people that need to know about the products, and I get to share and elevate and bring more people with me. And thirdly, I get to live my best life in total freedom, in alignment with leadership that is aligned with God's will for my life. So if you weren't there, we send you love, we send you great energy, and I wish everybody great success on their taste and talks. We are taking it to the top.
Yes, y'all
All
dropped
right, sorry,
chat.
look, I'm gonna go ahead and dive in. I'm gonna bring everybody in at the end. Because I want to respect the time. So there's some people on here right now. And I'm actually gonna have a conversation about this today. For those that were there, you can jump on at the end and I will bring you on. We're gonna dive in. Let me remove the spotlight, all the things. Hold on. Okay, cool. All right. So yes, today was definitely phenomenal. And one of the things I'm gonna train on tonight, let me plug this in. Okay. One thing I'm gonna train on tonight that would definitely support you in really preparing for Taste and Talk is really how to really build your brand story, right? I think a lot of times people always ask me, like, Nathalie, how did you build influence? Like, how do you get guests to come? How do you get to connect more? And I was having a really cool conversation today with quite a few people, one with Carmen specifically. And I realized as I've been building, growing, one thing I do know how to do is tell my story, right? And I know how to tell my story without overcomplicating it. Right. So I want to say congratulations on everybody that came this far, that has been able to be in TLC, has been able to retail, has been able to do all those amazing things. But now it's time for you to elevate your voice. One thing I noticed when doing these tasting talks and events is everyone has a story, but not every story is for the moment. I'm gonna make sure you guys write that down. Everybody has a story, but every story is not for the moment. Who's ever heard of the elevator pitch? Anybody? Put it in the comments. You heard of it? All right. So the elevator pitch is so cool because who's ever met somebody and when they were talking to you, you literally just like weren't listening anymore? Anybody? When you speak in confidence and clarity. When I speak in confidence and clarity. If I'm having a dialogue with someone, you have to leave room to breathe. When you're having a dialogue with somebody, you're leaving room to have a conversation. When you're speaking on a platform, specifically TLC, you have to be mindful of other people that are on these platforms so you don't lose the attention of the conversation. How I became a better speaker is doing this exact thing. I have hundreds of stories in my Rolodex right now. But every story has an environment where it'll be best received. So I want you to think to yourself, because we're doing some practice. And the only reason I was literally going to talk about this on tomorrow's call, because you're part of the team, I'll do a sneak peek of what I'll be doing with Mr. Laquail tomorrow. I realize my team is so awesome, but the storytelling needs help. Coaching moment. I realize my story, my team has so many amazing ups. When it comes down to storytelling, that may be why recruiting is not as high. You can talk somebody out of the opportunity when you overcomplicate the story. So we're going to have some practice. I need a volunteer, and I'll choose who it is. Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you're interested. Go down where it says gestures, react. All right, I'm gonna go with Sonia. Boom. All right, hey Sonia, how are you?
I'm doing amazing. How are you?
I'm amazing. So this is some really good hot seat coaching because it's fun, right? And then Vina, I'm gonna go with you next, right? And when you're sharing, Sonia, it's so important that you decompartmentalize all the moments you've had in TLC and bring out the one that resonates with your new consumer, right? So
Okay.
knowing you, I will bring out weight loss, for one. Two, I would bring out how you and your husband have been able to do business together. Two, right? Give me a third one, if you have one.
A third one would be how I lost my job in corporate America before coming to TLC.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, tell me
This,
that story. And if I go
okay.
like this, that means we're gonna wrap. But tell me the story.
Okay. Actually, I got laid off, and I was that person who always said no to network marketing because I thought it was one of those things. But then I got started in the industry, and my plan B became my plan A. So I ended up training a young lady who had just graduated from college. I had no idea I was training my replacement. Keep going. I was
So let me
trying
ask
to
you a
tell the
question.
story.
Was that network marketing TLC?
It was network marketing. It
Yeah,
was the
okay. So boom, there we have it. When you're sharing a story, most network marketers always tell me about their years in network marketing before our time in this business, right?
okay.
When you are looking to recruit or looking to share an impact, whatever happened in your first company, your second company, or whatever it is not as relevant to the moment. I believe that over the years in network marketing, we have normalized telling the journey of network marketing when someone really does not essentially care. Let me explain. When I joined TLC, my dad was in network marketing, WMA, and I've been exposed to network marketing, Market America. You guys never hear that story. You got to talk about the story that resonates with why they would do what they're doing. So what I would do is, I remember when I first got into network marketing. Right before that, I was literally about to, before I got into network marketing, I got fired from my job. That's what you did, right? Fired from your job. Getting fired from my job, training my replacement, committing to a company that turned their back on me made me realize why I need multiple streams of income. Give us feedback in the chat. I told the story without the details. You get what I'm saying? There was pain that was resonated. We got the fact that you lost your job. We got the fact that you trained the replacement. We don't need to know any details about that. And we got that network marketing was the vehicle to change your life. You with me?
Okay. I'm with you.
So when you're sharing your story, that story wouldn't be for a story of someone you just met. That'll be a story where when you're doing tasting talks at the beginning, sharing the vision of where you are in network marketing. When you share your story, my suggestion is to remove the part of previous sponsors and all the things because it shows instability. And when somebody feels like somebody is unstable, they now believe they know your life and they don't know your life. All that matters right now is that you're in TLC and you have a valuable product that works. That's it. My old sponsor is no longer a part of my story. Did you guys hear me say anyone's name today? It's irrelevant. It's the past. It brings up too many stories for me that don't hold any precedence in my life right now. And that gives you power. Power in the release of the past gives you confidence. Confidence allows you to make the sale. And when you posture in confidence, because you are a great leader and you speak very well, it will allow you to have direct communication and give the person ability to speak back to you. So now what I would say is I had no idea really what network marketing was. And I realized that this industry had my name on it the entire time. Going through life as a married woman, growing, evolving. You're a mom, right?
Yes.
A mom. As a mother, I realized that every mother and wife needs this business. Raise your hand if you're a mother or you're a wife. Then you bring back the pain and the joy of what this business has done for you as a mother and a wife. Now you're honing into the good part of your story. You released weight. You have more confidence. You have something fun to do that's able to, you and your husband are able to do it together. You get what I'm saying?
I got you.
All
This is
right.
good.
So we're going to practice. All right.
Okay.
So, team, we're going to give Sonia some great energy. Give her some energy in the chat. Give her some energy in the chat. This is good. And now, introducing Mrs. Sonia Atchison.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for chiming in with me tonight. I'm super excited. I come from a place that I'm so excited because I was able to release 56 pounds since I got introduced to these amazing products that we have with Total Life Changes. In my journey of losing the weight, I'm more happy, I'm more excited. I have more confidence now because I thought I had confidence before because I was never a person that was afraid to speak. But because I was carrying on all those extra pounds, these products showed me and showed me who my true person was. I
Okay,
love
wait. Okay, wait. So this is good. You got to breathe.
Oh,
You
okay.
forgot to breathe.
I did, and I have it written down right in front of me.
You
Thank
forgot. You
you.
don't got to write. You don't got to write it down because you know the story, but you forgot
Right.
to breathe. You catch what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do it again.
Okay.
Good evening. Well, how you ever say, I'm Sonia Atchison, and I'm excited to be here tonight. Some of you
Okay.
guys might have been invited because you heard about these products that literally have changed my life. Breathe. Breathe. Then you hit the beat.
Okay.
I got into this industry for extra income. But come to find out, I ended up transferring my life with these amazing products. Can you imagine being such and such overweight, whatever the pounds are? Can you imagine? Who in the chat has ever been overweight? Breathe.
Okay.
Breathe. Take a moment to breathe. Take a moment to get into your audience. You get what I'm saying? So now it gives you time to think a little bit of your next sentence. And what I do is I read the room. I look at the comments, I look at the faces. Right? But this is good.
Yeah.
You did really good. I just want you to breathe. All right, let's start. Let's
Okay.
reset.
Okay.
All right.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sonia Atchison. I am super, super excited. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Some of you probably have already heard my story, but for those of you who haven't, I am a mom. I'm a wife to an amazing, amazing husband. We've been married almost 25 years. Because of this company, I have been able to release 56 pounds. And these process has truly, truly changed my life. They changed my life in more ways than many. I've been able to maintain the weight because of these products. Because see, it's one thing to lose the weight, but it's another thing to keep the weight off. And for
Breathe.
me, oh, okay,
Breathe.
that
So you wanna know
that's what
why?
I have to work on is
Because
breathing on it.
that's what it was, because when you said that was good, but you didn't give me a chance to digest it. You
Okay.
was like, it's one thing to lose the weight, but it's another thing to keep it off. Breathe. Let it sizzle. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Then go into the 3 products that I love give me some excitement that
Okay.
allow me to lose this weight and maintain the weight is what? And now go say that. Go into the products.
Okay. Okay. So the process has helped me to transform my body to lose the weight. The NutriBurst, the detox tea is really one of my favorite products. But the detox teas, I'm
The
gonna
cleanse tea.
the cleanse
No
tea.
detox, cleanse tea.
Oh, okay, the cleanse tea, and my favorite is the lemonade flavored cleanse tea and the fruit punch flavor. We have more flavors, but those are my favorites.
So guess
Should I
what?
go into naming all of them?
So guess what? We got to correct that.
Okay.
I got confused on the teas now. So the products that help me release my weight that I love the most is our NutriBurst vitamins, our cleanse tea, and our what's the next one?
NRG.
And our NRG. These three products work so well together. The NutriBurst does what? And then you go
Okay.
into that. So
Okay.
try to do it again.
Okay. I want to talk about the products. The products that has truly helped me to transform and release the 56 pounds for me. The NutriBurst, and what the NutriBurst is, it's actually a liquid multivitamin. And the vitamin, I take that product every single day. And I know say what's in the vitamin. Should I not do that? Is that too
So
much
you know what I think it
information?
is? Okay, so let's go back a little bit. And do you have a pen and paper? Can you write this down for me?
Yes.
Okay.
One second, I'm doing something now.
It's okay. The story was really, really good. Who is this helping anybody out in the crew today? Because I'm not gonna
Yes.
lie to y'all, I be on some of the tasting talks and they're like so long that I'm like, dang, these are long. You know what I'm saying? Because you're on a Zoom. Like you could get my attention, but for so long. And sometimes you may think you're killing it and you might just be talking. And there's a
Well,
time
you're
and place
definitely
for
helping me.
everything. Training calls are great for talking. The Zoom and the taste and talks, and even when whoever was there with Lisa Nichols today, you heard how she told her story in like 5 minutes or less, and she's the Lisa Nichols. And she talked about the products in like five. That was a taste
Sure
and talk,
did.
y'all. What I did was just training. That was not a taste and talk. Lisa's was taste and talk. I went and talked about the money, which is not necessary. So I'm going to start off doing your story. Good evening, everybody. My name is Sonia Atchison. I'm super excited to be here tonight. You know, when I think about my journey in Total Life Changes, I think about the ability to be able to release pounds. See, I went through a season in my life where I could not find products that worked for me. But when I came across the company Total Life Changes, I found the secret to my weight loss journey. See, the products I used were NutriBurst, which is a liquid vitamin, the tea, which is a cleanse, and the NRG, which curbs your appetites and burns 300 calories per capsule. And I really would love to go into detail about what's in the products, but I'd rather tell you what it actually does. See, the NutriBurst allows me to have energy in the morning time. Not the energy that has you bouncing off the wall. I'm talking about when you wake up in the morning, I just feel good. Who in the chat just wants to wake up in the morning and feel good? Anybody? See, I remember being a wife, being a mom, not really having that feel good energy. But when I got the vitamins in my system, I started to feel good every day. Let me tell you about that tea. The tea is what really did it for me. The tea allows you to cleanse your body and get rid of that stomach area. If you can lose 5 pounds fast, would you? Put in the chat the number 5 if you can lose 5 pounds. Breathe. This gives you a chance to let people give you a response. You see the chat. The chat gives you energy, right? Because you're seeing it. See, when I use the product and I cleanse every single night, it gave me exactly what I need to release how many pounds?
56.
56 pounds. That's a baby. That's a toddler. So now you're joking and like you're being, you know what I'm saying? Because weight loss is, it can be sensitive, right? So now you're loosening it up. Y'all, I just feel good. I'm looking at myself in the mirror, my husband look at me, and I just feel good, you know? So you're showing confidence that you're
I love
breathing.
this.
But that NRG, that y'all, can you imagine being able to hike and walk like I do? Be able to keep up with life, my work, my business, things I do, and I have energy every single day. See, when I got on these products, I didn't have energy like this. But this energy turns on your energy and turns off your appetite. I gotta ask you a question. Have you ever felt tired 3 o'clock in the day? Anybody? Put a yes in the chat if you ever felt tired 3 o'clock in the day.
Wow.
I used to be you. I used to be tired at 3 o'clock. And then I found NRG. And NRG gave me the ability to feel good, to keep up with life. I just got back in town. You can talk about that. And just to know that I have a product that's real, that makes me feel good, that my customers love, that the everyday person can experience. That's why I love Total Life Changes. So I want to thank you for tasting and talking with us tonight. There's so many people in the chat that have actually had an experience with these products. Chat, if you had an experience, go ahead and drop your experience in the chat. Now they dropped their experience. And you still talking. But what I love about this season of my life, with everything that's going on in the world, I know for certain that this company, Total Life Changes, is something that can work for you. See, I recall when I first got into the industry of network marketing, I had no idea I was training my replacement before I got fired. I had no idea that this industry of network marketing would change my life. I am honored to give you the gift that keeps on giving. And I'm excited to see you grow and evolve and transform your life. Get back with the person who invited you on this Taste and Talk. Let them know you're ready because we'll be back tomorrow at 8 o'clock. And we're going to share with you how you, Tanisha made me laugh. Sorry, her message took me out. How you can transform your life and invite your friends, your family, and your coworkers along the journey. My name is Sonia Atchison, and I am so excited about our journey together.
You did that.
You did that
Serious.
because it's your story, not mine. You get
I
what
know,
I'm
but you
saying?
too.
So, no, you did it.
What a thing.
But the biggest thing, and sometimes you guys, you might need to record yourself with your phone and literally you talk to the phone and you share. You matter of fact, Sonia, you want to do your story and send it to me. Send it to me on WhatsApp by
I
Thursday.
am.
By Thursday, and I want to hear your story and I want to listen to it.
I
Because
sure will.
there's no way on God's green earth that if you told me that story, I wouldn't want to do business with you or be your customer. There's no way. Because you gave me confidence. Your story is great. Even the thing you heard how I wrapped it up at the end about to think about how I got into this industry, to think that I was training my replacement before I got fired. you now have the same opportunity to have options. But you see, I'm like smiling and I'm like nodding my head and I'm calm. That's it.
Yeah.
So let's get up for Sonia, you guys. That was you
Thank you,
bold,
Coach.
girl. You bold. You did a good job, great job. And we can send you the recording so you can hear it again.
Okay,
All
thank you. I
right.
got my homework for Thursday.
All right. Before I get into Vina, I want to tap into some of my notes, right? So when you keep it simple and real, you can use the same formula to create breakthrough in your life. Simple and real. Do not complicate it, right? And I'll give you another example I put together. I was tired, unmotivated, it didn't feel confident in my body. A friend told me about Total Life Changes, and I started taking the NutriBurst and the ISOT. Now I have released 10 pounds. I have natural energy from the NRG, and I'm starting to feel like myself again. What I love about this business is the community, the products, and the impacts. I really love being a part of Total Life Changes. Let's reverse engineer that. As I hear you guys volunteer to like raise your hand, and y'all just don't, you didn't know. Maybe when corporate taught it, you didn't catch it yet, but I'm gonna teach it to you now. Drowning out your response, one, cancels out the, I would say, the message of your story. If you keep on telling me all the things you want to say, you're making me feel overwhelmed. So now I'm like, dang, can't she shut up? Like, I'm be honest with you. I don't really do well on the sales calls and stuff like that because it's like I like value calls. I'm teaching y'all my framework. My calls that I like for every woman, I signed up for in 24 hours, I signed up 100 people in 24 hours. They paid $29 all the way up to $297. How did I do it? I kept it simple and to the point. And y'all, I didn't even do a live. I did an email. Write this down. You share your emotion. You share how you learned about this business and what it has done for you. I was tired, unmotivated, and didn't even feel confident in my body. A friend told me about Total Life Changes, and I started with NutriBurst, ISOT, and the NRG. Now I've released 10 pounds. I have natural energy, and I feel like myself again. You guys, that took 15 seconds. If that. This is important because I want you to win. If someone says, what is that TLC thing that you're doing? You cannot give them a dissertation. You have to just keep it simple. You know, I was in a season of my life where I was working in the government every single day. I was burnt out. And I really didn't have any time for myself. One of my friends, who's my coach now, Nicole, told me about the company Total Life Changes. And I really started off sampling the tea, but fell in love with the vitamins and the energy supplement. Now I've lost 10 pounds. I've earned over 7 figures in this business. I now pursued full-time my mental health practice. I have a daughter that's an attorney now that I paid through law school. And I feel like myself again. Who is that? Who am I describing? Who am I describing? Exactly. Exactly. Okay. I was feeling tired, overworked, and underpaid. I really was feeling like I was depleted every day. I was standing up at Macy's, spraying fragrance, exhausted. Can you imagine my hairstylist, someone like a sister to me, and now my coach, told me about total life changes. I got on the products, and literally, I couldn't find anything to help me lose weight. Now I've released over 30 pounds. I have more energy, and I really feel back to myself again. But guess what? I made over $2 million with this company. Okay. You guys get where I'm going at. Okay, I'm gonna use somebody else. You might not know her, but you might know her. You might know her, you might not know her. I was a season in my life where I was exhausted. Can you imagine doing hair, being a mom, and just feeling overworked? See, I found this business during the pandemic. And I remember when I got started by a former friend, by a friend. I got involved. She's a hairstylist. I'm a hairstylist. And I realized that I really am exhausted. I actually love fitness. I got on these products. I lost the weight. I've been drinking the NutriBurst, the NRG for energy, and I've now released over 30 pounds. I have joy in being a mother. I have joy in being a fitness advocate. And I have joy being someone that can help you release the weight too. You guys are getting good. I think I told my story better than y'all at this point. And that's what coaches are here for. Because at the end of the day, it's about simplifying the message. You guys get what I'm saying? I used to run on with my sentences. I used to never pause. I used to sweat when I spoke. I used to feel overwhelmed all the time. You're looking at 10 years in the game. You're looking at someone that's already earned over $7.9 million in network marketing. You're looking at an entrepreneur that's been in business before in network marketing. You can't beat yourself up if you see me carry an hour conversation on training, because I put my reps in. Now you got to put your reps in. And what happens is the enemy's job is to make you feel like you don't have support. You don't have no one that can relate to you. The enemy's job is to make you feel like the people that you're selling to doesn't want to make money with you. That's his job, not God's job. You got to find it in your spirit to believe in yourself. Because there's not nobody here on this earth that's going to believe in you more than the Lord and yourself, no matter what you tell me. I love my boyfriend. He's a great guy. But to be honest with you, one thing that used to get on my nerves, and is not as bad anymore, is his lack of understanding in TLC for me. And the reason why he didn't understand TLC was because a couple things. I really wasn't confident. And one of our disconnects when it came to TLC, and I'm not gonna lie to you, anyone that comes against TLC is war for me. I ain't gonna lie. Yo, the Lord had to help me. If someone tells me something negative, I'm like, I don't really want to talk to you right now. Because I felt as though that they were being mean or a hater. But I realized I wasn't articulating myself well enough. I only told him the bad parts of TLC. I only told him the people that were getting on my nerves. if you want to be honest, if I want to be honest. I never told him the amount of people that lose weight that feel good. I met Dr. Charlize today. I was talking to her and she is a whole 24-year-old. I'm like, this lady look like she's like 31. I'm just saying, it got me excited to meet somebody new. I met Jamie today. She came through. She joined 3 weeks ago. I mean, I love all y'all, but I just really enjoyed today. I enjoyed today because I came back and he's like, dang, you really had fun. I was like, I did. It was lit. I haven't said that in probably a long time. Can I tell you why? Because I think this part of the story was missing for you guys. You treat yourself like a life changer, not an individual. You don't treat yourself at times like someone that desires freedom. You treat yourself as the life changer number. Sometimes you treat yourself like you are not adequate or worthy enough to speak to me. And that's just weird for me, if I want to be honest. It makes me uncomfortable, and I'm not God. So when I create environments like this to show you how to speak up for yourself, because you're human and you deserve to be recognized and seen as an individual, not to treat nobody like God, but to know that you're enough and that you're worthy because you're doing the work. If you don't do the work, that's why you feel bad. You feel bad because you don't be doing the work. That's why. It ain't because of me. It's because maybe somewhere down the line, somebody told you this was a scam. I don't know. But don't be honest with yourself. It's not because of TLC. It's because of you. So now this is your turn to speak life to yourself and to get in line with God because he loves you so much. And you don't have to dumb down this business to fit in at work. You're going to dumb down this business for your loved ones to respect it because I'm going to do this regardless. I don't need nobody to sign up with me. Nobody got to sign up with me. My mom don't got to sign up with me. My dad don't got to sign up with me. No one has to support me. Although they tried their best. And sometimes I get frustrated because I'm like, why don't you get it? Like, it's not that hard. I realize you have to decompartmentalize relationships. And when you decompartmentalize relationships, you now take responsibility for your role in your success. And the reason why I got back excited about TLC was because of my personal story. I would love to tell you it was for the people. It was not. Because you can't serve the people if you don't believe in yourself. That's a lie. And you say, people. No, you want something for yourself. Can we be honest here? I love people, but if I don't love myself, I cannot be nothing to anybody else. You gotta have boundaries. You don't have to answer everybody's text message. You don't have to get on everybody's phone call. You can have working hours. Just because someone texts you does not mean you have to respond back in split 3 seconds. You can respond back. But what happens is the reason why people don't want to build the teams because they think it's overwhelming. The reason why they don't build a team is because they think it's a lot of responsibility. So my next person I'm gonna bring on is Vina. And why I'm excited to bring her on is because she did something that I do all the time. Hey, Vina. So I know you're driving back right now. Hey, girl.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can. And the reason I'm bringing Vina on is because her story of being in TLC is not a secret, right? She's been in the game physically, but mentally she was not in the game. I've been seeing Bina show up. I've been seeing her be the top 10 on several weeks, moving products. And then I've seen her sign people up like clockwork. So Bina, from my understanding, is an MC, a wife, a DJ, a businesswoman. And I'm gonna let her share her story. After hearing all the things you heard tonight, I want you to do your intro as if you're doing your own taste and talk.
Hi, everyone. My name is Bina Wilson, and I'm so excited to be able to just have a conversation with these wonderful people in the room tonight and just share a little bit about myself, my journey, and what brought me here today before you guys. I'm 43 years old. I'm a wife. I am a mother of 6 in a blended family. And in 2019, when I was introduced to these products, I remember being in a place in my life after being married for a year and pouring into the new family that I had. My son had just graduated high school. And when I looked back and I looked at my life, I realized that I had let myself go. I let my health go, and I looked in the mirror and I didn't like what I saw. And I tried a lot of things throughout the course of my life. And it wasn't until the end of 2019 that I was introduced to these amazing products. And I made a decision. I said, I'm going to try it. I didn't make a big leap and try a 30-day supply. I just wanted to see if what everyone was talking about would work for me. And so I tried a 5-day sample of IRI SOT, which is one of my favorite products. And I'll tell you about the other 2 products that I love. But guys, I lost 7.3 pounds in 5 days. If you are listening to this, if you're in this room right now and you can afford, or you know anyone that would like to lose 7 pounds or any pounds in 5 days, drop me in the chat. Because what I realized when I lost those 7.3 pounds, and the reason why I know the specific number is because I was blown away by that number. You're telling me that a 5-day sample of a cleansing tea after I've tried many, many things gave me a solution and gave me hope. And so from there, it was a win-win situation. It was a no-brainer. And I decided to look into the other products and realize that this amazing company had other things that I was already consuming, like multivitamins or things that I needed in my life that I was lacking, like energy, focus, clarity. I was tired. I was overweight. I had inflammation. And more than anything, my gut health was jacked up. And so once I was introduced into the tea and I started to, switch out some of the other things that I was using that may not have been beneficial or healthy to me, for example, coffee. I love coffee. If you love coffee, drop coffee in the chat. I know we got some coffee lovers. Coffee is one of the drinks that I consumed on a regular basis. And to be honest, one day it might be Starbucks, the next day it might be Keurig, the next day it was Dunkin' Donuts. I just knew I needed energy. But it wasn't until I tried the Delgada coffee, which by the way means slimming in Spanish. And I just got addicted to how it made me feel. The bloating that I experienced when my metabolic health was jacked up was suddenly just going away. And it wasn't until maybe a month or 2 later, after I had lost 15 pounds, that I realized not only am I losing the weight and feeling better, but a lot of the issues that I had in my body was changing. So these products were working for me. And then I added the liquid multivitamin, which was the NutriBurst. And the reason why I love NutriBurst so much is because as busy as my life is, as busy as my life was, I didn't have time, honestly, to consume something and not get the benefit quickly. 98% absorption rate, to me, that meant the second that I consume this vitamin, I can time my energy release. If I knew I had to be at cheerleading practice with one of my kids and then leave and go and do something else for my husband, I can just rip that NutriBurst open or pour that NutriBurst in my cap, take that shot back, and
the one per
immediately. So those 3 products, guys, allowed me to release today a total of 52 pounds naturally. But to me, it was bigger than weight loss, because what I realized is that in the transformation that I had, there were so many other people that had the same problems that I did. And so when people would stop me and say, V, you're looking better, you're feeling better, what are you doing? And I just began to share my story with people. And I realized how many people had the same issues as me. A light bulb went off. And not only was I newly married and extending myself to family and friends, I was also tired at my job. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to give this business an opportunity. And not for my intentions for joining the business may be different than some of the other people. I wasn't particularly looking for money. I was just looking for a way to share the products that changed my life with other people. And lo and behold, joining this amazing company gave me the freedom that I was looking for. Because although I was bouncing around to different jobs, doing different things, starting these different businesses, ultimately my purpose and my passion is to serve people. And these products aligned with my purpose and my passion. And so to be able to do 2 things, which is change my life and be a walking advertisement for my story and for products that changed the way I looked and the way that I felt, now I'm able to provide extra money in my pocket, or give my kids extra things, or have an extra Christmas, travel. I just got back from a wonderful vacation with my husband. And it felt so good to be able to pull out my Total Life Changes card, okay, and buy a few things. And also simultaneously share these products even in Mexico. So I don't know if anyone on this call is either tired, run down, you may have some metabolic issues, some gut problems, bloating, or you just simply, hey, you want a better multivitamin. If that's you, type me in the chat. Or if you know someone that may have some of these similar issues, then this is for you. And I just wanted to take this time to share with you all how these products, these amazing products, have not only changed my life, but they've also allowed me to create freedom in my life. And now, not only can I work these different businesses, but I've been able to add an additional value to what I'm already doing. So now I'm not just DJing. I got the energy to show up on that microphone. Now I'm not just a mother of 6. I have the energy to run around and show up as my true self. So I just wanted to let you guys know, if you are interested in changing your life, if you want to feel better, or if you just simply love coffee and you want a coffee that has benefits, get back with the person that invited you to this call and let them know, hey, tell me a little bit more. Let them know what your wellness goals are. Let them know what your pain points are. And I'm sure that out of all these amazing products that we have something for you. Or if you are one of those people that maybe you want to connect with the community, or you want to let your purpose and your passion shine through, then get back with that person, and we'll be happy to have you join us in business and partner in this community so that we can change lives together. My name is Vina Wilson. Thank you so much for having me. I'll be here to answer any questions for what you guys may have, and God bless you.
Great job, Mina. That was good.
Thank you.
Definitely, I want you to pause too a little bit more, because I'm like, dang, she good. She ain't drink no water, nothing. Wait, no, it was good because you're an entertainer, so you know how to keep your reps in, and you didn't sound like you were getting tired. So you did good though, because I do that sometimes. But I definitely think I love the interaction, because even when you were interacting, you didn't pause. So for you, you must be you do this already, So you've been able to balance both out. Whenever I do a pause, that's because I need some water. So you did a great job on that. I love how it was only like 6 minutes, honestly. I think I was looking at the time, it was like maybe 6 minutes on that. That was actually a great tasting talk. I think that was enough for me. If you wanted to break it in the middle, And physically, even if it's on a Zoom or physical, bringing somebody in that had like, cause you know how to speak it, I will break it up and say, hey, you know what? This is an alternative, just heighten it up for you. Um, I have my really good friend that I want to bring on because, after doing this business alone, I've been able to partner up with some really cool people that I get to transform lives with. And then you bring that person on. So I think that was really good because now I hear your perspective of TLC and then somebody else's. But by yourself, that was a great one. But I think that also for you too, Sonia, if you want to break somebody in the middle for a testimony, 1 minute or less, right? And then you go back and complete it. But that was really good. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right, you guys. I mean, listen, y'all. I hope this training blessed your life. Um, Shout out to Laquail for starting the training for us. It was really, really good. I know that the energy is so good, so high. You guys are just knocking things out. Before we wrap, I'm gonna just say this: practice your story. Everyone has a story. Like I was telling Dr. Charlize, it's like, as someone if you're a nurse, put nurse in the chat. If you're in the medical space. All right. So for somebody that is in the medical space, they may not have to go into depth how we do. They might simply do a product call. You guys get what I'm saying? Listen, as a nurse for however many years, I've realized that I discovered products that actually work for the everyday average person. So today's call will be sharing with you products that will work to help you elevate your life and your health. And she might speak on a perspective of just the products. So I think that we should start doing product calls though, at least once a week out of the tasting talks for multiple reasons. Some people are very inquisitive about what the product does, right? I know me, no. But I had the IV lady, Miss Cheryl was here, and I could have recruited her a long time ago because she does IVs here every week. But today I gave her a whole bottle of NutriBurst. And she read the back of the bottle. She's like, oh, this stuff is good. I didn't down her and what she was doing. I just said, hey, everybody that's a client of yours should get on this product. And then guess what? I didn't have any samples on me, so I just gave her a whole bottle. But guess what? Now she have an experience, and now she'll be able to have results. So I want to wrap the call up, but I also want to bring on like a couple people that were here today. Vina was here today. Anybody that wants to share, just what was their aha moment about the taste and talk today that they feel like they're just ready. So I know Sonia just spoke just now, but we'll get somebody else. And so then Mia, if anybody else is on the line, anybody else? Okay, Carmen Rowe.
Hey, everybody. First of all, I want to say thank you, Coach Natalie, for our brief moment, because it's those brief moments that sometimes we really take for granted. I'm a sponge, y'all. So it's important that you be hungry, coachable, and willing, no matter who it's coming from. But my moment today was being down here in Atlanta and really not knowing anyone. Those were just words, right? Because I got to meet a whole family. And so you got to get uncomfortable, y'all. I think sometimes we get comfortable and we get set in our ways. And why do I say that? I can say that, right? You get set in your ways. And when you get set in your ways, you don't see that there's always multiple ways to do things, right? And you got to be willing to learn those things. Just show up. And there were so many times tonight, I mean, just leading up to this taste and talk in Atlanta, get this, where I live, that I was talking myself out of not going. But it was because of Sonia Atchison, Coach Natalie, Mia, right? It was because if you put yourself in an environment and you stay in that environment. Walk in that environment knowing that you're going to walk out of it better than you went into it. Don't go into it the same way and leave and go like you didn't take anything good from it, right? We are seed, y'all, sowers. Seed sowers, right? We sow in seeds, but get this, we are also on fertile ground. We're being nurtured. And you're never too old or too young or too this or title that or too up or too to not be nurtured. So be hungry, coachable, and willing, y'all. And I'm so glad, Coach Natalie, that I came. I am so just so and came with some tremendous sacrifice. Some tremendous sacrifice. But you know what? When Jesus say yes, nobody can say no. When Jesus say yes. And so I'm just super excited. So I just want to share that because I know it's somebody out there that's saying, oh, I didn't go because. Okay. When God put a period and an exclamation point, you stop putting a question mark. That's all I have to
That's
say.
so good. That was good. Thank you so much, Carmen, for that. And you know, it's so cool that you say that. Sometimes there's a sermon you should watch. Pastor Sarah Jakes talked about isolation today. And it wasn't the physical isolation, it was the mental isolation. How we can put ourselves in isolation, and the Lord wants us to get out of isolation because she was speaking about like when you're on foreign land, the Lord will use you to be able to impact more lives on that foreign land, you know? But sometimes we want to be familiar with the lands and then we don't want to move around, but the Lord has already put you in position to be able to impact more lives, share your story, be confident because you literally have the blueprint. Real talk. You have the blueprint. So I'm really proud of you. And I'm proud that you came out there. Your husband was dancing, he was having fun. And just to see him just up and moving around, that was nothing but the goodness of God that I see him moving around with you. So thank you for coming. Awesome. Okay, we have two more before we go. I'm gonna pin them real quick. Sorry, y'all. We have Dr. Charlize in Thessalonia will be next. All right, Dr. Charlize, take it away. For her to talk, she must have had a breakthrough, child.
Look. But that's the reason why I want to come off mute and say something is for me is show up for yourself and show up as yourself. I think that sometimes we look at other people and it's like, oh man, I need to be like this or I need to be like that. Just show up and be yourself. You can't expect other people to show up for you if you're not willing to show up for yourself. And being showing up as yourself, you're being authentic to who you are. And I think that people can see like you're being who you are, you're being yourself. The other thing is, I would just say today, like I'm so super excited. I talked to my daughter, my 24-year-old daughter, after the event, and I know she was like, "Please shut up," because I was just on like 10 because the energy in the room was unmatched. It was a beautiful experience. And so if you have the opportunity in whatever city you're in, if it's not in your city, if you can get to a city where there's a live taste and talk, I definitely say get in there. Like be in the room, be in the space, and just like soak up the game. Whatever you need in that space, you'll get it. And so yeah, that's all I have to say.
I'm very proud of you for speaking up tonight. Dr. Charlize is in both for Every Woman. She's in this one. And I watch her. I watch what she's doing. I watch her see if she does the homework and different things. But I'm really proud of you for multiple reasons. Dr. Charlize texted me. I had a really crazy week this week. She texted me probably like Monday or Tuesday. And I went back through my phone like days later and saw it. And I was like, dang, I forgot to text her back and text her back. And she was like, is there anything I can do to help you? And I was like, yeah, there's a lot of things you can do to help. Right. And you're so crazy because I'm not used to asking for help. So then I think you followed up again or something like that. And I followed up and we were talking and you literally simply just printed out the QR codes and you bring some products for, sample all the things. So I just want to say, that's the foundation, right? And then even for me, I'm not really a person that likes to be on the phone, I'm not gonna lie. I told her when I was there, I was, I'm gonna call you later. And I know that I don't like to be on the phone, right? But again, my word is my bond. So I knew that once Monday hit, I was not in the car. Okay. I knew that because I have a photo shoot tomorrow. I got for my clients. I got a crazy week this week, right? But my word was my bond. You get what I'm saying? You showed up in return. I want to reciprocate as well. And we had a conversation. I was like, getting my IV right here, getting my IV, talking to her like, well, yes, tell me more about what you have going on. And I'm gonna do a coaching moment for you guys. I got to learn that I thought this lady was like 31, right? 30, it's really crazy. So when she told me that she's a manager over like nurses at an insurance company, and she was telling me about her daughter, and she was telling me she lives in a certain area, and she's from Memphis, right? I remember. You get what I'm saying? But this goes back to what we talked about. You have to show up like you belong. You got to use that same acumen in one area of your life and bring it to the other area. If anybody was inside that taste and talk today, they saw her. She was walking around like she was been at TLC for years, child. She was like, you mean I was feeling bad because I was like, dang, we put her to work day one, right? But thank you so much for being present and truly appreciate you. So thank you again.
You're welcome.
Okay, awesome. Okay. Vina said, okay, Vina, you can, she's with you?
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you guys.
Okay, guys, I'm Thessalonia, but I introduce myself as Tess just because it's a little bit shorter. But really, I wanted to get on here and just say thank you to everybody that showed up. It was very impactful for me to be there, just being around people, actually getting to meet them in the flesh and kind of learn a little bit more about them. And a lot of people do not know that I consider myself to be a introvert, and I would be staying office. I'll go to places and I'll sit in the corner. And although I may be enjoying the vibe, I won't really chat as much. But being there kind of made me come out of my shell. It's like you're not going to reach people if you're afraid to go up and talk to people. It's not that I'm timid, it's just I'm more reserved. So it helped me to get out of my box and out of my shell to actually go up and meet people and people that I see, on social media, actually meeting the real I'm trying to say, meet the real person in real, because what you see on social media is just that, social media. But when you actually get to meet people in real life and actually hear their story, and you can find yourself in some people's story, it lets you know that, hey, I'm a real person, just like they're a real person. They have a story, they went in, they did the work, and now they're at a level where they're still growing, or they may have been at a level where they're seated and they're comfortable at. And all in all, I come on here just to say thank you for everyone show up, who continue to be in TLC, and people who have left and came back, and just everything is seems so refreshing. It's a new, and I'm just excited to be a part of a great community where I actually feel like it's a community. That's all.
I love that. And I love that you are showing up on the call, and the fact that y'all drove all the way to Atlanta definitely reminds me of how I got started. And I'm very similar to you. Venus probably the more outspoken one, or like, more extroverted one because of her profession and what she does. But I'm very similar to you. I really, if I'm in an event, I'm really probably not 9 times out of 10, I'm probably not going to go talk to anybody. You know what I'm saying? So I push myself at events, like literally. I'm like, you need to go talk to 3 people today. And I'm like, really, who? Then I'm like, okay, let me talk to this person. And maybe when you're in church neighbor, go to your neighbor and go talk to 10 of your neighbors. I be like, neighbors around. You know what I'm saying? So you got to just be real with yourself. And I love how you push yourself, because what got you here is not going to get you there. So even though I'm reserved, I'm very much like you, where I'm like, okay, I'm not going to be reserved in this environment so I can get to my next level. So, congratulations on just stepping outside your box and stepping outside your body and just showing up for yourself. Congratulations on that. I love that. All right, you guys. This was such a great call, super healthy. We have so much more in store. I even went and took the notes and put in GPT and said, hey, let me send it to Antonique. We're gonna send you a recap of today's call with some of the things I talked about because I recorded myself. Y'all, the next training I do that um can I do next Sunday? I could do next Sunday. Next Sunday, I'm probably gonna teach you guys how to use the GPT I created for TLC. I'll show you how to use it properly. Because I record myself, I put in Chat GPT, I take notes, I put in ChatGPT, and I create so much content out of it. So I will show you guys on next week. I could do next week. I'll show you the 16th. I'll show you next because the call's at 8 o'clock. I can do that. I'm going to Tammy's event on Saturday as a guest, but I'll be there only for a day, and then I will be back. And then if you are in Dallas on the 23rd, I'll be in Dallas on the 23rd, going to Dear Future Wifey's wedding on Saturday, and I'm gonna go to Dallas on Sunday. Why? Literally the last 3 weeks, like 7 people signed up with me from Dallas. I don't know what the energy is in Dallas. I don't know what's happening in Dallas, but I'm gonna follow the Lord and go to Dallas. Okay. So I already reached out to some folks out there. I have a lot of people that signed up with me in Dallas recently. And if you guys have people in Dallas, you can send people to tlcfreedomlive.com and send people to the meeting, the Taste and Talk in Dallas. I'm looking for some restaurants, so I'm gonna use my threads and like ask people for like restaurants and stuff like that. That's what I'm gonna do, and I've been doing it. So we have a waiting list of restaurants that want us to host, and even if you're in different cities and you feel like you're a leader, right? Leadership is who you believe you are. I don't dictate that. 'Cause sometimes you think leadership is on the money. You know if you've been leading the charge. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the compete to retreat winners. They led the charge. I need 18 customers. I ain't there yet. Right? I'm gonna get there by Thursday. I gotta just put my customers in. I got like 3. But the reality is you have to say to yourself, in this city, in these cities, how am I gonna lead my charge? And literally, you can invite 10 people, you can reserve an area at the restaurant, you can get some appetizers for them and call it a day. The girlies and the guys want to go taste and talk. They're not want to be cooped up in the house, you know? And you won't get cooped up in the house, make it fun, you know? Music, fruits, talking, chatting, you know? Block out for 2 hours and taste and talk. 2 hours, why? Because the taste is only about 15, 20 minutes. The talk is like 15 minutes. Then you want to kind of like allow people to be late, right? And allow them to dilly dally at the end. All right. So love you guys. God bless you. Let's get this 10K before Christmas. I'm really proud of you guys. Move these products. Focus on retail and fast start. Focus on what flows for you. If the retail is flowing for you, you rock that thing out to the end of the year. Okay. If fast starts flowing for you, you knock that thing out till the end of the year. If both flow for you, you knock that thing out to the end of the year. But we can't stop. We got to keep on going. So love you guys and have an amazing evening.
Thank you, Coach
Thank
Natalie.
you.
Okay.
Good night,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Good
Thank
night,
you,
Coach
everyone.
Natalie.
wonderful.
Good night.
Great
Good night,
training. Good
Good
everybody.
night.
night.
Good
Thank
night,
you.
Bye,
everybody.
Thank you so
y'all.
much. Good
Miss
night.
Diana.